Hey guys, and welcome to our next survivor of our Killer Perks character survivor perk ideas and character ideas. For this one we are doing Sidney Prescott, and after this video we will be doing Dewey Riley from the Scream movies. Now Scream is already in the game, Ghostface is already in the game, but these characters are not because Dead by Daylight was only able to get the licenses for the Ghostface mask, not the characters in the movie itself. So we most likely won't see these characters in the game, but I thought it would still be cool to kind of predict what these characters' perks would look like in the game. So let's start with the first perk. This first perk is Death's Escapist. All attacks that you take from the healthy state to the dying state are now countered. Now, those attacks bring you from the healthy state to the injured and from the injured to the dying state. This is a direct no-ed counter. With no-ed, when all generators are done and the exit gates are powered, the killer can one-shot and knock everybody down from the healthy state to the dying state with that hex. Now with this, it basically negates that entirely. And it also negates Michael Myers Tier 3. It also negates Hillbilly's Chainsaw. It also negates Bubba's Chainsaw. It's an overpowered perk, but it's a really, really good one, and there are no counters to no-ed and all these other things that knock you down in one hit, so I thought it was a really good idea to come up with a counter to that. So this could be controversial because I know a lot of killers wouldn't like it, but survivors would absolutely love it. So let's move on to Ring Ring. When the killer is within 32 meters from you, so basically most killers' terror radius, their aura is revealed to you for 3 seconds. And you receive an audible ring noise that is quiet, but just noticeable for the killer to hear. All other survivor auras are revealed to you and the killer for 3 seconds, and has a cooldown of 180 seconds. So this has a drawback, but it is a really good perk. It also kind of singles you and your other survivor teammates out to the killer, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest using this, but it is fitting for Sidney's character since she is called the Angel of Death in, I think, the final movie, Scream 4, that came out. They're coming out with a fifth one. It makes sense for a character. I wouldn't suggest running it, but I could see why if all your other survivors had some perk that made you guys undetectable with aura reading things. But I don't know. Now let's move on to our last perk, which is Fight Back. You never give up. Your volt speed and pallet drop speed and sabotage speed are increased by 15%. So say you take Fight Back, mix it with Spine Chill and Resilience. You now volt 30% faster. That is crazy. So say in a previous video we had a Jack the Ripper perk that made survivor or killers volt at 75% the speed of survivors volting. With this perk, along with Resilience and Spine Chill, you still volt twice as fast as the killer. That is insane, even with that perk. Now, if the killer doesn't have that perk, you volt almost 3 times as fast as them. That is insane. Like, that is such a really good perk to build along with other perks. Her perks, they go from Sidney's perks that I created, they go from overpowered to the very bottom of that spectrum with her second perk, and then back up to overpowered with Fight Back. I do love all 3 of these perks because they do fit the character very, very well. I love Sidney Prescott in all the movies. She's honestly probably one of the best survivors out of all survivors in horror films, or at least slasher films. I think the Scream movies are probably my favorite. They're the most eventful compared to Halloween, because nothing really happens in Halloween until the final 30 minutes. But Either way, I still do love Michael. But anyways, I hope you guys like these perks. Let me know if they need to be nerfed, buffed, or completely removed, or if they shouldn't even be a thing. But if you did like the video, make sure to like the video. If you didn't like it, dislike it. You know how I am. I don't really care. And be sure to share this with as many people as you can. If you can, share it with the devs. Do it. It will allow us to have these characters in the game sooner rather than later if we do ever have the possibility of these being in the game, which I'd love to be optimistic and say that we do. But with Sidney Prescott and in our next video, Dewey Riley, I really doubt it. But I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys later.